Hey guys, and welcome to my first ever pregnancy update, baby number 2. As you just heard, I'm pregnant with baby number 2 and it's just so surreal. It's such a surreal feeling. I'm so excited. And it's just like even more exciting now that I've got Ava. You know the good times that lie ahead, and I don't know, it feels really different this time, but I'll get into all of that later on. So I think we'll start off with how far along I am, I guess, because a lot of people have been asking that. So I'm 13 weeks, almost 14 weeks pregnant, and it has just gone so fast. And I know I said this a lot the last time, so I feel like I've kind of learnt my lesson here. It will slow down, but right now it just feels like the weeks are just zooming past. A lot of people wanted to know how I found out, because this time around I didn't actually record our reactions like I did with Ava. So basically we were in Scotland. We had like a weekend away with Adana and David. If you guys know them here on YouTube, you'll know who I'm talking about. But they're a lovely couple. We went and met them for the first time, and we had like a couple's, well, we had our kids with us. It was like a family getaway, and we hired this Airbnb, and it was just going to be like a really fun weekend, which it was. But one night Adana and I went shopping for snacks, and then I went down like the medicine aisle or whatever, and I saw some pregnancy tests, and I hadn't been feeling 100% that trip. So I was like, the light bulb just kind of went off in my head, and I was like, what if? And it's just so crazy because I didn't feel pregnant. I had some symptoms, but my mind just didn't go to pregnancy. It was going to all these other things because it was the last thing that I thought would happen. So yeah, we get the pregnancy test. That night, Jamie was so sick. He was like sweating, he had a fever, and he was in bed. And I was like, okay, let me just take this test because I know it's going to be negative anyway. Because Adana was like bugging me to take it as well. So I was like, okay, let me take the test. So I took the test, and literally, I hadn't even pulled it up. Like other times where I've taken a test, even when they are positive, I'd have to like wait for a few minutes, or at least a minute for the lines to come up. But this time, literally 2 seconds, it was like bam. Like it was just like the most clear positive I've ever seen in my life. And I was just like, what the hell? I was so confused. I was like, is this real life right now? And I remember I screamed out Adana's name and she thought something happened, and she thought like I fell or something. So I was like, Adana! And like my fly was still open. I run into the living room. David's there and Adana's there as well. And he's looking at me like, what the hell's wrong with you? And I've got this stick in my hand, and I'm just like, Adana, is this real? It's just one of those moments that I think back on all the time, and I just like crack up at how shocked I was. And I just kept going, is this real? Is this real? And David was like laughing, and he was like the first to say congrats. He was like, congratulations. Adana was jumping on me, like, you guys know how she is. She basically just jumped on me and was like, that night I was like, oh my god, should I tell Jamie? So I think I'll rewind a little bit. So with Ava, if you've been following me for quite some time and you watched my last pregnancy journey, you know that with Ava it took about 8-9 months for me and Jamie to get pregnant. This time, literally we tried that one time. It was the first cycle, bam. This one is going to be an Olympic athlete or something, because we thought it was going to take the longest time. So that's why it was so shocking, because I thought, you know, if it took a few months last time, then it's probably going to take a few months this time, if not longer. I mean, he was sweating so much. The whole shit, all the sheets were like drenched. The towels were drenched. Like he had just sweated through all his clothes. Like it was really, really bad. So I just decided, you know what, I'm going to get back to Australia and tell him then in a nice, calm way. I did plan on doing this whole like surprise thing, but it just didn't go to plan. I ended up just blurting it out one day, I think because the pressure was just too much. I had traveled on a 26-hour flight with my husband and my baby, and I had to keep this secret, and I was like, I'm literally gonna lose my mind. Traveling is stressful as is, but like keeping a secret that big from your husband is just next level. I couldn't handle the pressure, man. Like I broke when I got here. I was just like, I'm pregnant. Of course, you know, he was really thrilled, happy about the news. We were both really excited. We cried about it together, and yeah, so that's how that happened. I guess I'll talk about my symptoms now. They haven't been that different to Ava's, although they're a lot more intense. Also, by the way, if you hear like screaming kids and music, I think the kids next door are having a party, and yeah, I can't really do much about that, and I have to film this right now before Ava wakes up, so I'm really, really sorry. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, symptoms. Yeah, pregnancy brain is definitely real already. Yeah, my symptoms have been pretty much the same with Ava. They're just more intensified, I feel. I've written them down because I didn't want to forget anything. So fatigue, that was a huge sign. So before I even found out I was pregnant, there was definitely signs there, but I just didn't pick up on them. I was definitely more tired than I usually am. I just kind of put it down to traveling and, you know, traveling with Ava, and she wasn't sleeping so great. So I just kind of put it down to that. But looking back on it, I was like, yeah, I was just like extra tired. I've also been having quite a bit of nausea. It usually happens at nighttime though. So the morning sickness isn't really the case for me. I usually feel the best in the mornings, but at nighttime, the nausea hits me really, really hard, and I just have to just lay down. Otherwise, I'm gonna throw up. I have thrown up a handful of times though, and yeah, it's not a good feeling. My heart really goes out to those women who have a pregnancy where they're literally throwing up several times a day. They're literally bedbound, can't do anything, have no energy. Oh, I just couldn't imagine how hard that would be. My heart really goes out to you guys. My sister was like that, and so I was a bit scared when I was first pregnant with Ava, because I thought, you know, mine would be like that too, because my mum was like that as well. But luckily, my symptoms haven't been too bad. Although I have been having really bad migraines, and they come and go. They usually last like 2 hours or so. You know, it could be worse. So this isn't a symptom, but I definitely feel like my face is a lot rounder this pregnancy. I'm just like, what is going on, you guys? How big am I gonna get? My belly is quite big for a 13-weeker, but I think that's also because, you know, it's my second pregnancy. They say the second and the third, and you know, you show a lot quicker than you do with the first one, and that's definitely the case. Like, my belly is as big as it was when I was about 22 weeks with Ava, and I'm just like, that is insane to me. I'm like, oh my God, imagine what I'm gonna look like when I'm 30 weeks. I'm gonna look like I'm about to pop. It's gonna be crazy, but I'm excited. I'm so excited. For my fatigue, I'm taking iron supplements and vitamin D supplements, because when I had my blood test, they said that I was really deficient in those two. And I'm also taking the Elevit pregnancy vitamins as well. So I pop some vitamin C in there. I'm really just trying to keep my energy up, because, you know, having Ava, she's not like the most quiet child. She literally will run all day. Like, she's napping, and this is my only downtime. She's awake. She's literally doing laps. Like, that girl doesn't run out of energy. So I'm like, I really need the energy to keep up with her. Otherwise, I'm gonna be really miserable and tired. As far as cravings go, I haven't had any like super crazy cravings. I didn't really have any with Ava as well. But looking back, before I even knew I was pregnant, I was craving spicy things, like hot wings especially. Oh my God, like hot wings with ranch dressing. I could have eaten all day, every day. And I just had a really strong craving for it. And it's not something that I usually crave. Like, yeah, you know, they taste good, but I was just like, I need hot wings right now. So that was kind of like the main thing. And then I craved spicy food for a little bit after that. But I think around like 8 weeks, that kind of diminished. And now it's just back to the ice cream. Because with Ava, I craved a lot of ice cream. I do crave ice cream. I don't know, what else? I'm really loving like the sour candies, like, what are they called? Sour Patch Kids and stuff. I love those at the moment. Just food in general. I'm definitely loving food a lot more than I usually do. I'm just one of those people, like, food is just food. But right now, food is everything. Like, I wake up in the morning, I'm already thinking about my lunch. I'm already thinking about what I'm gonna have for dinner. Like, I'm craving it as I wake up in the morning. It's just crazy. But before I go, I will do a bump shot. So here's what baby looks like at 13.5 weeks. My pants are already getting too tight. I can hardly button them up. But yeah, this is my bump, 13 weeks. Here it is from the front, side. I feel like this is literally how I was at 22 weeks. Can't believe it. I guess this was like my 5 to 13 week update. I won't be doing weekly updates because I feel like my symptoms aren't going to change that much. Maybe like every fortnight, so every 2 weeks I'll probably have an update for you guys or something like that. But I guess we'll just see if my symptoms change drastically, which I don't think they will. I'll get on here and update you guys on that. I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video. I'm pretty sure that was everything that I wanted to cover in this one. There's just so much I want to talk about. I could talk for days, but you know, I'll save all that for another video. But yeah, I'm just really excited. My little family is so excited. My mum and dad are so excited. All my siblings and like Jamie's side of the family, everyone's just so excited because we all see how amazing Ava is and like what a joy she brings to us. It's just gonna be double the love, and we're just so excited to go on this journey. But anyway, I've rambled way too long. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.